What up, SKS athletes, friends, family, sponsors? It seemed to work out last time. Shout out to Mike Grossclose for taking my ignorance with technology, no shocker to people who know me, and loading it to YouTube. So yesterday's demo video is now on YouTube, and it's now loaded to the to the Powered by SKS Rare WOD event page. So if you haven't seen it yet, go to the event page. Don't tell me you haven't seen it, because you've seen it in my feed with Facebook, and sign on up. We're going to get a lot of people already signing up, already joining. So yesterday's demo video was for the Rare WOD. It was the R part, rounds for time. And again, I'm only doing the equipment demos this go around. We'll go into the non-equipment later. Today's demo for RA, so it's AMRAP. As those of you that are not familiar, AMRAP stands for as many rounds as possible. So when you go into the AMRAP, you have 15-minute cap. So you set your 15-minute timer, and you go, and you knock out as many rounds as possible, AMRAP. And then it says in the instructions there, every round that you complete is a minute off your overall time if you're competing. So it behooves you to train up, to do your best to try and knock out as many rounds as possible, as the word says, so you can knock off some time there. Now, what does that round encompass with the AMRAP? And that's what we're going to go over. So again, rep scheme, we're trying to keep the same, similar. So when you're tired, exhausted, you know it's 21, 15, 9. You just did it in the rounds for time. Same thing here, 21, 15, and 9. So the first thing you're going to do is 21 pull-ups. 21 pull-ups is 21 pull-ups. Chin gets over the bar. Well, what's a pull-up? Is it a chin-up? Is it a butterfly pull-up? Is it a kipping pull-up? I don't care. It's a pull-up is a pull-up is a pull-up. We didn't put strict on there for a reason, but it is not a pull-up that is assisted if you're competing. And so I'll go over some techniques here, and actually I'll dabble a little bit into some things that can help you, those that are just trying to get after it. So again, to avoid any confusion, because you can Google this stuff, but a pull-up is your palms facing out, and you free hang, and you just go up, chin over the bar, and you're down. And that's one. That's a pull-up. Again, if you're getting tired, you can do a chin-up, so palms facing in, free hang all the way, and that's one. Integrity's at its best here because I don't have enough SKS volunteers. We will in years to come for coaches, but integrity is here, so just keep in mind a pull-up is a true pull-up. So that's not just chin over the bar. I see a lot of tough guys in the gym that call this a pull-up. Tough guys and also officers, let's be honest. So chin over the bar, and then you're doing these little things. Ha! 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 None of those counted. You have to come up all the way and go down all the way, fully extend, lock your arms, and go. So it's looking like that. That is a pull-up. But again, if you're looking to compete, if you're looking for speed, and my rotator cuff's pretty junky this morning, but for the sake of the demo, so things that are allowed is a kipping pull-up. If you haven't practiced those, it'll actually kind of help you with your double unders. But let me see if I can do it without hitting the wall. Free hang, then you're gonna go up and kind of rock your legs back. Gives you a little swing of motion. Some people call those cheating pull-ups who aren't into CrossFit, but they do save you time. And then the ultimate time breaker. Again, chalk is your friend here, but pull-up is the butterfly pull-up. You'll see it's kind of a wave, but you can crank those suckers up, but you got a key to get your chin over the bar. And if you haven't practiced these, and maybe I'll demonstrate it here by accident, which you can whack your chin on the bar. And that's a lot of swinging motion. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, see, I still need to work on those. get your friend, Google it, but you kind of S-wave it for a butterfly pull-up. All right, so I think the only way to get better at pull-ups is to do pull-ups. If you struggle in them, don't be so prone to go to a lat machine or pull-down machine in the gym. You'll see people do this little number. Oh, I hate doing these though. But lock your leg all the way out, and then it'll help you assisted pull-up. Again, if you're competing, anything assisted, you're disqualified if you are competing. But again, I just hope everyone shows up and does their best. So let me show you this little magic trick. Shout out to Coach Jess Newton, who showed me this. If you have a rack and you are capable of doing this, this has saved me from getting whacked in the chin and getting whacked in other parts, not to mention for the purpose of PC Facebook. But just like that, hang, get your feet in, and then all day. It's like an assisted machine. Gives you a little whack on your booty, tell you good job. But that's just to help train up. But again, 21 pull-ups. I'm already breathing hard in the demo. And then you're going into thrusters. And that's the whole reason I'm not good at thrusters. So this exercise is not to cater to myself or to others. It's to challenge myself and others. So you got off the bar. Now you can go into thrusters. And we just did rounds per time. And we did a push press. Remember, we had the bar. Look at me all GQ'd up. So before rounds per time, we had the bar here. And we were kind of push pressing, shoulder press. So that was a push press. This is a thruster. The name, you're going to thrust into it. And you'll see, I should have stretched. But get that bar up like you did the push press. Half your body weight for this exercise if you're competing with the equipment. And so you're going to go down. So now you go down into basically a front squat. And then you're going to thrust up. And that's one thruster. Thruster. And then you kind of get a motion when you do it. What sucks is when you get tired and you drop that bar. Now you got to get it and put it all the way up again. So, just done 21 pull-ups. You've now completed 15 thrusters. And then 21, 15, what it is again? 9. So you go into 9, toes to bar. Remember yesterday's demo where I talked about reverse grip on the deadlift to save your forearm grip strength? There's a reason for that, because now you're cranking out pull-ups. He does just on deadlift, a god-awful amount. And now you have to hang again, and you have to do toes to bar. And so you need that grip strength so you don't fall off this dang thing. Toes to bar is as stated, free hang. You come up, hit your toes to that bar. And what helps you, I don't know if you can see that from that angle, but when you're going up, you don't just want to hang. So you're going to see me, as I get in motion here, I kind of arch and lock in my back when I come up to hit my toe. When I come down, I piston down. So come down and come right back up. And that's what gives you that piston motion. If you fall into your toes to bar, that's when it creates the swing, and you got to center yourself, and it throws you all off. So just keep in mind, no matter how tired you are, if you're working on these, just try and knock out 9 to keep that piston, because the minute you start swinging back and forth, You got to collect yourself. You start to second guess yourself. You realize your forearm's hurt. You'll get off the bar. You'll want to collect yourself again, get on the bar. You're wasting valuable seconds if you're competing. So again, I encourage everyone for this workout to get chalk. And if you're too cheap like me, when your 7-year-old daughter isn't looking, just borrow her street art chalk and pay the rest later when she finds out. And if you don't have a daughter, go make one. There's time to make babies before this. Joking. All right, so free hand. Toes the bar. You see the piston motion. See, I'm already swinging, and I got to get back into it. Woo, you can hear that thing shaking. All right, so 15 minutes, AMRAP, as many rounds as possible, 21 pull-ups, 15 thrusters, 9 toes to bar. This is where you start to strategize. It's a minute for every round you complete. So how many rounds do you do? Because now you still got a 5K run. If you're not a fast runner, maybe you blow out here, collect yourself in the run. If you're bad at this but a fast runner, maybe you save yourself. It's how you strategize. I don't got any rhyme and reason for it. I know how I'm going to attack it, but that's not to say it's the best way. So practice now, practice often, and get through it. Again, gear that might help you with this. Knee sleeves. So I wore them in the deadlift to guard my shins. I will wear knee sleeves the entire time. I think they're made out of neoprene or something. And then as I'm quickly catching my breath when I go into this, I'll pull these up onto my knees because it gives you good stability. And because of that elasticity, when you're down in that thruster, it's kind of easier to pop back up. But again, if you haven't used any of this stuff, don't save it all for the rare WOD day and expect a miracle, because it ain't coming. And then, if time permits, I'll use wrist wraps maybe to save my strength on all this. So that's the AMRAP demo. I hope it helps you. I'll check out these comments in a little bit. If you got any questions, post on the event page. I'll do a one-on-one with you via video, Skype, or whatever, or I'll post another video in there. And then what I forgot to mention, the most important equipment, the most important gear, scientifically proven to give you superpowers during this workout, is the SKS swag. This is just SKS t-shirt, but we have our rare WOD t-shirts already on Bonfire. I'll post in the event page. If you order this week, it'll get in time, and you'll be representing for a good cause. And plus, it's a sweet shirt. On the back shows the rare WOD, so you can tell everyone how cool and badass you are for these kids. So keep going, and always remember when you're training to keep going. It sucks sometimes. We don't suffer in silence. We suffer together, and we live every day to be as tough and as strong as these SKS kids. So whatever your problem is, I guarantee you it's not as hard as what these kids are going for. So let's go.